Hey everyone, and welcome back to your English fluency lesson. Now, today we are talking all about describing experiences. You know, when you have a fun trip or you do something really amazing and you just can't find the words to tell your friend what happened? Well, we're going to fix that today. So let's take a look at our first sentence, which is I had an amazing time at the concert. Ooh, why wouldn't you have an amazing time? And we should say this nice and smoothly. So take a look at this. I had Dan. We took the D on the end of had and put it to an because D-A-N means Dan. And that is an easy word that we can blend. Had Dan. Had Dan. I had Dan. I had Dana. Dana, right? Dana like banana, but that's a sound, right? So let's connect this. I had I had I had an amazing. There it is. It's nice and blended. I had an amazing time. I had an amazing time. Where? At the concert. At the concert. We're not going to blend that because why would we? We blended the first part of the sentence to balance our time. Watch. I had an amazing. I had an amazing time. I had an amazing time. There's our time, right? I had an amazing time at the concert. It's equal. Each side of this broken sentence is equal. We blended that long part to shrink the time to match the end part of the sentence at the concert. So let's put it all together. I had an amazing time at the concert. Now, we should think about tone, right? Tone is important. And right now, I'm just saying it fluently, but I'm not saying it like I had an amazing time. So we should raise that tone. Remember, tone up means excited. Well, tone up means happy. Speed means excited. So can we put both of those ideas together? Let's try. I had an amazing time. Well, there's our speed, right? There's our speed. I had an amazing time at the concert. At the concert. Tone up. There it is. We put our speed to show excitement and our tone to show happiness. I had an amazing time at the concert. That's it. Repeat after me. I had an amazing time at the concert. Oh, you won't believe it. I had an amazing time at the concert. See, it sounds good. The people listening understand, hey, he's happy. He's having a good time. He had a good time. I could change that to anything. I had an amazing time at the beach. I had an amazing time at the water park. I had an amazing time in China. Hey, maybe I went on a big trip, right? Let's take a look at our second sentence, which is, we went hiking last weekend. We went hiking last weekend. Okay. But it doesn't really say anything about how we had a time there, or that didn't sound right at all. It doesn't say anything about us having a good time. So let's add a little bit to this. We went hiking last weekend, too many E's, and had a terrible time. There, that's our sentence, right? We went hiking last weekend and had a terrible time. Okay, so now we're going to think about speed and tone before we even start. We're not excited, so it's not going to be fast. Speed's gone. Tone. We had a terrible time. No uptone. That's silly. So it's going to be down. We're going to fall down on all of our tones. Let's blend this out. We went. Goes right together. We went hiking. T is gone. No T. We went hiking when? We went hiking last weekend. We went hiking last weekend. Okay, so we've got three parts, right? And had a, we're going to blend all this together, aren't we? Because our timing isn't matching. We went hiking last weekend, and that's too long, so we have to blend it and shrink it. And had a te, and had a ter, and had a terrible time, and had a terrible time. And had a terrible time. Let's put it all together. We went hiking last weekend and had a terrible time. See how I slowed down and dropped my tone? We went hiking last weekend, right up here, neutral, as you would expect, and had a terrible time. I slowed down to emphasize how bad it was, right? My tone shows that it's no good. So repeat after me. We went hiking last weekend and had a terrible time. Mm. Maybe it rained. Maybe it was way too hard of a hike and people were complaining. I don't know. We went hiking last weekend and had a terrible time. Hmm. It happens. Not every trip can be amazing. Not every trip can be special. Let's take a look at our third sentence, which is I, I've, I've never seen anything like it before. Now, you saw how I said anything. I didn't say, I've never seen anything like it before. I already added in some color, some explanation to what I saw in this descriptive word, anything. We're going to stretch this word out to make it like unbelievable, right? Wow. It's this long, big thing that happened. It's, huh, can't believe it. So let's blend it first. I've never, I've never seen, I've never seen anything. Seen me. I didn't go seen any. I blended that too. Seen, stop at the end for seen, and then skip the A in anything. I've never seen anything. I've never seen anything like it before. I've never seen anything like it before. Wow, it was a UFO. I've never seen anything like it before. Mind blown. So we can convey, we can show how unbelievable something is by stretching that word. I've never seen anything like it before. Repeat after me. I've never seen anything like it before. It was unbelievable, right? Oh my gosh. I've never seen anything like it before. Right? Like I saw a spaceship, or maybe I saw a fight in an unexpected place, or it's just something unbelievable. So we would stretch that word to show that it's just ridiculous, right? Take a look at sentence number 4, which is, she told me about her trip to Italy. Okay, so you already see a little bit of emphasis on the to Italy, right? It's a very important part of the sentence because her trip, okay, cool, it was great. But where was it? What was it? Why? Oh, you went to Italy? Oh, I understand. It was a big trip. Let's blend this together. She told me. She told, that there's no D, right? She told me. She told me. Bring that tongue out for L. She told me. She told me she told me about. It all blends together. She told me about her trip. She told me about her trip. Where? Now we're going to stretch this out really long, right? Because we've got one piece. She told me about her trip. Now we're going to stretch out the next part to balance this thing out. She told me about her trip to Italy. To Italy. We stretch that word out really long because it's the important part. It makes this sentence special. It makes this sentence interesting. It makes her trip more valuable to even listen to, right? So repeat after me. She told me about her trip to Italy. She told me about her trip to Italy. It was unbelievable. She had pizza, some cannoli. I can't do Italian. I'm sorry. I don't want to offend any Italians out there. Let's take a look at our fifth sentence, which is, I recently learned how to cook. Hey, congratulations on becoming an adult. Proud of you. So let's blend this, right? I recently learned. I recently learned. No blend at all, right? We just said it smoothly. I recently learned how to cook. How to cook. Oh, okay, that's blended, right? I recently learned how to cook. 2 pieces. I recently learned how to cook. How to, not how to, how to. D-U, right? It's like a D-U sound. I recently learned how to cook. How to cook. Just say it fast. How to cook. That's it, right? Believe in me, believe in yourself, how to cook. It is. So let's put this all together. This is pretty easy stuff right now, huh? Yeah, these aren't too hard. So repeat after me. I recently learned how to cook. I recently learned how to cook. We're saying it in this kind of offhanded sound, like, yeah, no big deal, no big deal, nothing special. I recently learned how to ride a bike. You know, I recently learned how to sing that song. Hmm. It's not like it's a really impressive thing that we've done. So we don't want to say, like, I've recently climbed the top of a mountain. You know, I recently ran to the top of Fuji. That's a big statement, right? So it wouldn't be offhanded sounding. It would be like surprise and exciting, faster, different tones. This is just kind of an offhanded way of saying, I learned a new skill that I should have known already. It's not a special skill. It's not a nothing skill. It's a skill you need to know. So it's neutral. I recently learned how to cook. Hmm, I should have known, but I didn't. It's okay. If you don't know how to cook, it's okay. You should learn though. Take some time. Boil some noodles, okay? Let's take a look at our sixth sentence, which is, it was the best vacation not I. It was the best vacation I've ever had. Grammar. Say all the sounds. Let's blend this together, right? Now, we already know best, so we've got to bring our tone up because it was the best. That's weird, right? Tone down is weird. It was the best. Neutral makes it sound like you're being sarcastic. It was a terrible thing. It was the best. No one would believe you. So we've got to bring that tone up. It was the, it, they kind of throw away that T, right? It was the best. It was the best. It was the best vacation. It was the best vacation. Tone up, tone up. It was the best vacation. That's it. It was the best vacation. Slow down to match the time. I've ever had. I've ever had. It was the best vacation I've ever had. See it? Not I. It was the best vacation I've ever had. That's it. So repeat after me with the tone, okay? It was the best vacation I ever had. It was the best vacation I ever had. And we could change this to anything. It was the best cookie I ever had. Right? It was the best car I ever driven. It could be anything. We could change it to whatever we wanted. We got to make it match the situation though. We want our tones to match. We want the feeling of what we're trying to tell somebody to be understood by not just our words, but also by our delivery and our tone. So practice this. Practice this. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm here for you. We're on somewhere around level 2. We're in like a 500 Lexile score for these lessons here. And we'll be going up pretty soon to the level 3. But our next lesson is going to be about talking about problems and solutions. Now, that is going to be useful, just like every sentence that we practice here. They're all useful, every one of them, for different situations. And I will see you for that lesson. Goodbye.